y'all, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl Shema back at it again. Transformation. Today we're talking about transformation and the transformation process, okay? I feel like I want to share this with you because transformation is not easy. It's not easy. Hopefully through this video, it'll help you find some sort of peace of mind and some clarity. Peace of mind and clarity, understanding, knowledge, maybe some wisdom to help you out on your journey. So transformation is always going to require faith. It's always going to require faith. When you're transforming and you've chosen to take your life in a different direction, when you've made the choice that I can't do this anymore, I can't live like this anymore, I can't be around that person anymore, my money can't be this way no more, I just can't do this, no, I can't take it, I can't. Whatever reason your why is to why you feel, you have to change. You have to do something different. Or because your choices are only two choices: to keep going the way you're going, keep your head in the sand and hope it comes out all right some kind of way. Maybe when I look up, it'll be okay. Or change it. Simply that, change it. How do you change it? You have to transform. You have to become another person, a better person. You have to change things. So the question is, what is it do you have to change? What do you need to change so that your life becomes different, so that you transform and you bring other things into your space, into your life, into your energy, into your being? So transformation takes faith, because you're going to have to let go of something. If you're changing it, then what does that mean, to change it? Okay, you got your cell phone. My phone, look at this, my case, one of my phones. Look at this case. And don't talk about my phone, don't judge me. Okay, but I'm sick and tired of looking at this thing. What do I need to do? I need to change it. And I got all kind of choices. All kind of choices. In store, online, all kind of choices. Which one do I choose? Which one is going to be the better fit and a better look for me? Which one is going to last longer, give durability? Which one am I going to get compliments on? Which one can I show and put in my content so maybe I can affiliate with them and get paid too? Ooh, what are my choices? So if I want to change this, what do I have to do? I'm going to have to let go of it. I'm going to have to take it off, literally take it off. And it may be hard to get it off. Why? Because it's been there for a while and it's comfortable on this phone. It fits well. It's been heated up. It's done been dropped in water. So it fits well. It has weathered some storms. But at some point, the same way in your life, you have weathered some storms. And I got to take this off. It don't fit me no more. It fits, but it fits too well. And I'm not getting any results. I'm not getting what I need. I'm not satisfied. And just like taking this off and trying to get these corners to get this off, that's what it's going to feel like. Because you're going to have to let that go. Are you ready to let that go? You can say all day long, I'm ready for change, I'm ready for change, I have to. But when it comes down to it in your actions, do you have enough discipline within yourself to push against the grain against the negativity, the naysayers, push against it and go anyway. Take it off anyway. Do you have the discipline and the desire, the drive to do that? That's going to take faith, because it may require you walking away from people that's been there and fits you like a glove. But it's old, it's flimsy, it's probably got some crud under it because it's been on here for so long. It looked like, but it probably needs to be sanitized, clean. Just throw it away. Get rid of it. Just let it go. Just let it go. Or put it in a donation box for Goodwill or Salvation Army, or somebody else can use it. You gotta let it go. Can you do that? It may require you walking away from a job, a career path that you went to school for, you worked hard for, you dedicated so much of your time in that field. Why would you need to transform? For me, and if you're familiar with Shema here at Help Me Out, and you could take the time now, hit the like button, please, hit subscribe, hit like, hit subscribe, and share this video. And if you read my book, What Future Me Told Past Me, I had to transform. And transformation comes voluntarily. Some transformation will come involuntarily. Like, I did not volunteer to do that. And I did not want to do that. I didn't want to let that go. Maybe you had to let go of your big house. Your 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 square foot house. Maybe you had to let it go. That wasn't a part of the plan. You didn't want to do that. And then you go a little deeper into these different situations that gave you your why. Now let's look a little deeper. What gave you the why of why you feel you have to transform? Was it betrayal from family and friends? Was it disrespect at the workplace? They don't honor what you bring to the table. Maybe it was some harsh things between you and your children or family members. Maybe you have no more family. Maybe it's just you and you by yourself, and you have to come up with a new life for yourself. It could have been tragedy. Maybe your family or your child, someone was killed in a car accident, or, it could be so many different things. But what's giving you this feeling of, now is the time to transform? I have to change. I have to do something different. What's your why? Maybe your why is, I'm working, but the money still ain't there. Well, what's your why? And then look deeper into that why. Because now you have to find a place to align within yourself and with the Heavenly Father, your Creator. Okay, so when I say voluntarily or involuntary transitions, example, okay, I'm born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. I ended up getting my nail tech license. I started working in the on the strip, in the hotels, in the spas. And so I was making good money. I was getting $100 tips. Clients come in, $100 tips. Shoot, you give me 2 or 3 of them for the day, I'm good just off my tips. And so, and my check, my money was good. Every 2 weeks, got $2,500 or more. You know what I'm saying? Or every week, $1,700, whatever. My money was good. But I was working 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. For me, the money was good. I feel like I'm balling. I got my kids, got my homeboy. We shooting up to Cali. You know what I'm saying? Took the kids to Disneyland. I'm balling. I got my money. I'm, doing nails, and I'm working on, celebrities coming in, and then you got a lot of the entertainment industry on the strip. The entertainers come through the spas. So I'm working with dancers, I'm working with ballerinas, and I'm working with, all kind of people in the beauty industry. So I felt comfortable. I was good. I was good. Right? Now, my kid's father didn't like it. Because again, if you heard, he was pimping. He's a D-boy. He woo, 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 woo. He don't want me working like that. He wants me to depend on him. So on the relationship side, you could be married. And I was married to someone. He did not want me to succeed either. Because he, I don't know, maybe I was attracting men that just wanted me to need them, and they didn't want me going nowhere. Okay. You could have that same thing. Maybe it's people around you that you're going to have to figure out how you're going to push through that. Because what is sitting in alignment with you? What does God have inside of you that you just can't get past? Who are you? Like, I understand that I'm a person who loves to learn. I'm highly psychological. I watch people's behaviors, their movements, how they speak. I watch, I'm just this intuitive person. And if you look at all my content, I'm multi-talented. So for me specifically, my hands is in everything. I'm doing everything. I gotta do everything. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Oh my God. That's me. So me knowing me, do you think I could just sit at home all day taking care of a bunch of kids and just simply being a housewife, or just simply, it would never work. Even if I love this guy and I tried with all my heart and soul, Shema just, sorry, ain't gonna happen. So again, understanding who you are. So I was working at Mandalay Bay, or this last time, they fired me. And then it was white girls, white ladies, white chicks in there being racist, being jealous, being gossipy, and they want to put it all on me. And then so when they let me go, they like, I said, well, why are you letting me go? Oh, we don't have to explain anything. In Vegas, Nevada is a right to hire fire state. Okay. So they didn't give me no explanation. And this white chick just sitting behind the desk with her suit on, like she all of that. I was like, I ought to just slap the taste out of her mouth and knock her right out that chair before I leave. Just because she knew she could have just simply said it. But she was trying to exert her power. So I should have, and see, back in the day I would have did it. That's the sad part. But anyway, I gave her a pass. But I didn't want to leave that job. But anyhow, my income stopped. All of that, all my balling stopped. Okay. Involuntarily transitioning. So I couldn't get a job after that. I don't know if they blackballed me, and Las Vegas, Nevada is known for blackballing, and they blackball hard, baby. I could tell you some stories. Been hearing it since I was a little girl. And so if Trump want to look into something, you look into that in Las Vegas, Nevada, and stop all that doggone blackballing they do. Yeah, you look into that. And look into the I got a list for you. Look into the criminal justice system in Las Vegas, Nevada, in Nevada, period. They need to be vetted. They need to be cleaned out. Okay. Get on that, please. And Metro in Vegas. Get with Metro Police Department. Anyhow, Las Vegas Metro. So, anyhow, that was my little two cents. So, I couldn't get no job. And that's when I ended up doing the sabbatical and fasting. That's when I had all the different higher spiritual experiences and understanding, getting to know more of the kingdom of God, angels, etc., etc. That's also when the Lord started speaking to me, telling me to go to Bible college. That's when he found the Bible college way in Texas somewhere. That's when God moved and literally transitioned me double time. He transitioned me involuntarily. I did not plan on it, was not thinking about it, did not want to do it. The only thing I could answer was either yes or no, Lord. So your transitioning period, when he presents the opportunity to you, one, can you recognize that it's a transition period in your life that God wants to take you through? Two, can you push through the resistance that's going to resist you to transform and become someone else? Because again, my kid's father, he resents me till this day. It's 2025. He resents me till this day for moving to Texas, to seek the Lord, to go deeper, to step out and to say yes. While my family gossiped about me, talked about me, said I ran off and joined the cult. The same ones who sat in church and said they love the Lord and follow the Lord too. But it was only one that chose to walk on water. First natural, then spiritual. Did you see that one? God transitioned me from my city, from my state, from my wonderful paying established job, from my four bedroom house, to a little country place in Texas. A brand new, it was nice, a brand new, it was a townhouse. Within 3 weeks, I had gave my sister my car when I left. Because at the same time, I was being a blessing and a big sister. I didn't move down to Texas with a car. I left it for my baby sister because I knew nobody was going to watch out for her. I gave her my car. I moved to Texas with no car. So all the time, I'm being obedient, saying yes to Lord. I'm also giving, being generous as I give to the Lord. I also gave my first fruit to my pastors at that time, a first fruit of my seed from my nail job. So I followed God and I was being obedient all the way through to saying yes and moving from Vegas and my job, going against the grain from my family, because I stood on faith that what I was hearing was real and true. I go to this place. Within 3 weeks, I have a nice townhouse for me and my kids. I have another car. I ended up with 3 jobs. I was nail teching. He put me at JCPenney, nail teching at the salon at JCPenney's. Next thing I know, I get a job as a chief court clerk for Anderson County Courthouse. Okay. Then I go into nursing. I do nursing school. I do all these things. Okay. I transitioned involuntarily. I said yes, but he took care of me. And then there's voluntary transitioning. Voluntary transitioning is easier because you already understand the prices that's going to have to be paid. Are you willing to let go of what you thought was the dream? I'm in America, so I'm going to say the American dream, but the dream. Because here in North America, our American dream is real estate assets. You have property, you have money, you have income, you're educated, you're successful, your children have went to college, they can sustain and take care of themselves, and we're traveling the world. You got the American dream. Married with a nice house, a white picket fence, and a dog. Back to who you are now. That's the American dream. Now, if everybody is on the American dream, who is on God's dream? Because it's one thing to be on God's dream and vision, and you end up with an American dream. It's another thing to be on the American dream, and that's all you got. There's a difference. Okay, so back into your alignment. When you're going against your family and your friends and your co-workers or whatever has happened, because none of that stuff is going to really pour into who you are, who your family is, what you're building. Okay, who are you? And so when you get into alignment with, are you the person that got to have your hands in everything? Or are you the person who is calm and quiet and can just sit back? You know, what kind of person are you? What's your personality? What's your core? Are you the person that needs to sit out in the sun every day? You have to have sun. You're an outdoorsy person. Are you an indoorsy person? I like to stay inside. I don't like to go out too much. It's just woo woo. Are you a traveling person? You can't even be in the state for more than 5 days, more than a month. You know, are you, what kind of person are you? Do you love music? You have to be somewhere where it's rich with culture and music. Do you have to be near water? Because water does something for your skin. It does something for your peace of mind. It does something for your energy. Who are you? What makes you up? What is God using that for? You have to connect with God. You have to get back. You're going to hear me say it over and over. What future me would have told, what past me told future me would have told past me. What future me told past me. Learning all the things I had to learn to transition. I had to transition from a hood thug mindset to a business mindset, to a spiritual loving mindset. I had to transition from having a community mindset to a citywide mindset, a state mindset, a country mindset, continental to a global mindset. That takes transitioning. How does the transitioning help? How does the transitioning help? How does that happen? How does the transitioning happen? When I changed from that hood mindset, first of all, I had to change the people I was around. That was hard because that was what was in me. I know how to speak that language. I know how to talk that talk and walk that walk. But I know it ain't good for me. I don't want to hang with these corny country, these corny bumpkin, whoop, 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 corny people. Okay, what is in me? Then you have to go pray. Because it's not easy letting go of that career when all you know is corporate America. When all you know is this or that. It's not easy to do that. And people can call you crazy. Because in the American dream, all you do is get money, 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 money. Bow, 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 bow. That's all you do. Even though that is not even who they are. And it's an emptiness there on the inside for them. They're still trying to figure a whole bunch of stuff out. Because they kept up with the American dream without even knowing what God's dream was. God's dream ain't connected to it. Transitioning is not easy. And it's not for the faint or the weak-hearted. Do not be conformed to the ways of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do not be conformed to the ways of this world, the American dream. Because I've told you before, if you have not been outside of this country, you are definitely living an American dream, and it is a dream. Keyword dream. Okay, I told you before, when I go out of the country, all the problems I have here, I don't have outside of the USA. Once I come back in the USA, in week 1, I feel everything North America starting to come on me again. And it's a heaviness. Like you can literally physically feel it. Okay? If you have not been out of the country, I'm going to tell you, get out of here. Go somewhere else. Go see something different. Because as long as you only been in this one spot, well, that's all you know. Besides what you see on TV. But you got to go. Okay? And so, transitioning is not easy. It requires you learning a different people. And that doesn't matter if it's just you leaving your negative group of friends and transitioning into some better group of friends who you might think are geeks or nerds or whatever you think. Or it could be you're leaving an entire country, going to a whole nother entire country with a whole nother group of people. Either way it goes, there's different levels to it, but it's the same thing. Different levels, same thing. You're going to have to learn a different group of people, how to get along with a different group of people, how to accept different conversations, different feedbacks, different perspectives from different type of people. And that's not going off on perversion or anything like that, or people who pushing perverted agendas. I'm just talking about general, overall, just people. Not subgroups of people, just people. Okay. It's going to require you letting go of memories, memorabilia. That could be physical things that you've held on from your past. Maybe it was a past marriage, past relationship. Maybe it was a past job you had, or past anything that is brings you, it might have good memories attached to it, but it also has the past attached to it. So you have to pray and ask God, because I'm going to tell you, if you're going through homelessness right now, if you're sleeping in your car right now, and you looking at, and I know things are going on in this country, in America, I know things are messed up, and a lot of people are losing their mortgages, their homes, the homes they rent, losing all kind of stuff. Now is the time to align within yourself and with God. Where do you really need to be? Because if you don't even feed yourself right with food, tangible food, and 9 times you don't, because we driven off of fast food, we driven off of nasty food. Sorry y'all, but it's the truth, you know it. We driven off some stuff. So if you're not feeding yourself, and sometimes you might skip breakfast, eat lunch, and then you don't eat no dinner. Or everybody doesn't eat 3 meals a day or eat properly. So if you're already not eating properly that way, then what else are you feeding yourself that's not proper? Improper relationships, improper thoughts that cross your mind. You're going to have to submit it to the Lord. Cast your thoughts before the Lord. Search my heart. If any wicked way be found in me, remove it, Lord. I cast down any thought that exalts itself above the knowledge of Christ. Pray about those things. What brings you peace? We're supposed to have a Sabbath day, a day of rest. Nobody here in North America hardly ever rests, not even on the off days, not even on a Sabbath day. This is a hamster wheel. So if you haven't been outside of this country, get outside this country. Get outside this country. So transitioning is not easy, okay? I have lost some things that I lost my dream bedroom set. I had a dream bedroom set. I finally got that bedroom set. Oh, it was so beautiful. I mean, ooh, every time I laid in the bed, every time I just had to look at the pictures of it on my phone. I had to let that go. Then I got another bedroom set. It wasn't my dream one, but it was a nice one too. And again, I had to let it go. Transitioning is going to require you to let some things go and have faith. Not being embarrassed because you don't meet up with the American dream. Not being embarrassed because you were not able to conform to the ways of the world. I'm going to say that again. Not being embarrassed because you couldn't conform to the ways of this world. You weren't called to. Don't be embarrassed when you had to lose your house. You lost all your furniture, your car, whatever you feel you lost. That's a part of the transitioning. Transitioning is hurtful. You got to have faith. Not being embarrassed. I couldn't conform to the ways of the world. Don't you say that to the Lord. What you better say is, Lord, I trust and I have faith that you are faithful to complete what you started in me. I trust and I have faith that you will not leave nor forsake me. I trust that this is going to elevate me to my next level, that I'm serving for you. I trust that this pain and this sacrifice is going to take me deeper into you. That's what it means to transition. And as you trusting him, and you may not even be sure, you may not even be certain that it's going to happen, that he going to come through for you. But you got to speak that word, because there ain't nothing else left. Your house gone, your car gone, whatever it's gone. Now you have to get in that space with him and align. That's the only way you're going to align. You can do that voluntarily, or you can do that involuntarily. But if you said yes to the Lord, get used to your transition periods. Get used to your transitioning times. The only way you can choose to voluntarily transition is when you understand, okay, I'm finna go through some hurt. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if it's going to be somebody betraying me. I don't know if it's going to be somebody robbing me. I don't know if it's going to be somebody trying to kill me. I don't know if it's going to be something with my kids. But I'm saying, yes, Lord. Here am I. Ready to hang my flesh on the cross. Here am I, Lord. When you can do that, that's when you have voluntary transitions. I'm on that level. The involuntary transitions are hard. You know, I had to let go of a lot of stuff. I have the American way. My kids start coming to me telling me I was hoarding. Say, you hoard like Grandma. You hoard like Granddaddy. And I'm like, my mom and daddy don't hoard. Now I start looking at their properties and house. I said, oh. So it was stuff that I didn't want to let stuff from my businesses. You know, I had a lot of furniture from the houses that I have for my clients. I had a lot of furniture, a lot of setups, a lot of stuff. I was like, no, because if I open another house, if I do this business, then I can do this and I can transition that and I can, you know. But now I'm in a transition. Because I told you again, I told y'all I'm going to Africa, y'all. And I'm having to look at this again. Like, Lord, now what? What do you want me to give up now? What else you want, Lord? It's yours. You can be humble with it, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But when you choose to go through the hurt, you choose to carry the cross, you choose to take the pain of people talking about you, people judging you, people who don't even walk with Christ in a real way judging you, and you have all these different aspects, and you giving up your career. I'm a nurse. I can still practice. I've been researching, y'all, because in Egypt, I'm an LVN, so I can work as an LVN in Egypt. You know, some areas only take a RN. around Africa. So looking at, and then I'm a nail tech. So I'm like, okay, what do they need? I'll maybe teach some courses and maybe, dance, something, whatever, but it's just, y'all, it's faith. It's faith. It takes faith to transition. Because you're going to hurt, you're going to cry, you're going to doubt, you're going to be uncertain. And that's how you know you're walking on faith. You living in your car. But you conflicted because you weren't able to conform to the ways of the world, and you weren't able to meet the world's, North America's standards. So you have to look at that again and put that in a proper context with the scripture, biblical scripture. And then answer your question, is your thinking correct on that? And then you have to allow your mind to be renewed by the true answer that you give. And the correct answer is no. I should not feel bad about the fact that I lost my house or all my furniture gone, or my corporate American job, I have to let that go. And people are going to look at me like I couldn't make the cut, or I couldn't da 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 da. You got to let that go. Because when you look at it scripturally, biblically, and you accept that, that's when your spirit is activated. That's when God's attention and his spirit is activated in you, and you make that connection, that spiritual connection with God. And that's when you get elevated and uplifted. When everybody else is looking at you, they talking mess, but they see you still rising. You going up, you going higher, you going higher. What are they missing? They got the American dream, but they don't have God's dream. You on God's dream. You got to accept that. And you got to roll with that, because you ain't leaving. You ain't leaving God, he ain't leaving you. And if you watching my video, you would pretty much already know that's where your position is with God. So your choice is, yes, Lord, here am I. And learning to weather the transitions. I'm transitioning to Africa. And then, so things you got to give up. Things you got to let go of to get to your assignment. Because it's not just about transitioning to another city or another state or another country. It's about your assignment. So what do you do while you're there? Because once I left Las Vegas and got involuntarily transitioned to Texas, I feel like I made a pretty good impact, because there's where I went the hardest at ministering in the streets, knocking on doors, going down to Austin, ministering downtown, ministering the gospel in downtown Austin. Katrina took place. I took people into my home, into the church, helping people with all of their basic necessities. Just, it was such an international hub for me, and so life altering and life changing, that I really gave back. And I had one particular professor, he would always refer me as he preached around the world. He'd be in France, he'd be in Germany, he'd be in Romania, Mexico, wherever he go, Hawaii, France. And he would always, and I'd watch him on the live. And when he come back to Palestine, Texas, he'd tell me, and he says, I always reference you. I always reference you. I reference you and your children, because I watch how diligent you were with your kids, how hard you went at showing up at 5 a.m. every morning, praying with your kids, in front of your kids. You got 3 kids by yourself doing it. It's whole families, or it's single adults that don't even do it. And so he referenced me around the world in his speaking. Okay? And so that's a part of the impact, maybe. And then he would say, when he taught lecture, you know, a few times he said, "You give me hope." And I was still young at the time. I'm sure he was saying that on a deeper way than what I thought at that time. But he said it multiple times. "You give me hope." Okay. So if all I was meant to do was to go there and inspire and feed people and clothe people and whatever, I did that obediently in my transitioning. I've helped people pay their rent who couldn't pay their rent. I didn't ask for the money back. Like I said, I've given away cars. I've done so many different things. I did what I was supposed to do before leaving Vegas, when I got to Texas. And now the Lord is saying it's time to transition again. So when you transition, it's not just you transition because you feel better and your body gets healthier when you're in particular environments and when you eat particular types of food. Yes, it is about your vessel. It is about taking care of your vessel, making sure your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit right, everything glowing, everything good, your finances. The Lord said, I want you to be blessed in your health and your finances just as you are in your health, your spirit, all that. He wants all that blessed. He says, I care for the things that you care for. Honey? But I want you that way for a reason. Because I'm going to move you over here. I'm going to transition you over here. I need you to let go of this. Take it off. Pop. Take it off. Take it off. There you go, baby. There, now it can clean you up. Now I got to clean you up. See this? See that? If you can see, it's dirty. He says, now I got to clean you up. I need to renew your mind. I need to transform and renew your mind for this transition you going over here. So when I put on your new cover, you're going to look like something new. You're going to look like you've been transformed. You're going to look like you've been freshened up. And you're going to have a whole new system running. You're going to have a whole new system running. Matter of fact, we're going to hit the reset. We're going to hit the factory reset button on this. Baby, you optimized. You CEO optimized now. So that is what the transition is. You can do it voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way it goes, it's going to be some pain, it's going to be some suffering. Not conformed to the ways of this world, but renewed. Transformed by the renewing of your mind, which comes by shaking up your comfort spot. Wake up, Harlot, wake up, Harlot, wake up. That's my Loretta Devine voice. Harlot. I love Loretta Devine. Shout out Loretta Devine. Okay, but that's what the transformation, and it takes faith. It takes faith. That's all I can say, y'all. It takes faith. And without faith, it is impossible. Without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. Because there's sometimes you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to take a step. You ain't just going to be later there and say, kill me, Lord, just kill me now. And he going to do everything for you. He not. You're going to have to get up. At least get on one knee. He'll reach out a hand and lift you up to the other one. At least get on one knee, you know. So that's what I have to say about transitioning, y'all. I hope that helped y'all out. If this has been a blessing to you and you appreciate this channel, go in the description box, click on my website, futuremepro.com, purchase some merch, whatever. And I'll see y'all next time. Help me out.